I know for a fact that I'm not the only Steelers fan who realizes that Dan Moore is doing terrible at camp and he's just getting beat all the time. You see in Alex Highsmith, he got his contract and then he instantly goes into camp and starts whooping on Dan Moore. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do the same to Broderick Jones, but Broderick Jones was drafted to replace Dan Moore. And Dan Moore, you're coming into a very important year and you're performing like this. I mean, he may technically have the starting job right now, but you have to ask yourself, how long does that last? It's going to be a tough competition for him in preseason, but I just don't think that Dan Moore has any type of talent to be a starter in the NFL at a high caliber. I think Broderick Jones has lots of talent to be that. The Steelers know that, though. The Steelers know that Dan Moore's feet have never been fast. They were never fast versus college competition. He got beat a lot by speed moves, and the same thing has happened in the NFL. Despite his ability to be a good run blocker in Canada's system, I just don't think that's enough to keep him as a starter. With that being said, though, we all know that it's common knowledge that the Steelers are facing the 49ers week 1. Well, what does that mean? The Steelers are going to have to block Nick Bosa, and, well, that's not going to be a job that Broderick Jones should have to do alone if he is going to be a starter. But I have a feeling that the Steelers are kind of going to use Dan Moore as a sacrificial lamb, be like, all right, go out there week 1, see why we're going to replace you with Broderick Jones. But let's not put Broderick Jones out there to completely expose the rookie yet. And I also have a feeling that Darnell Washington, Zach Gentry, and Pat Freiermuth will all be helping out on that Bosa assignment no matter who it is. So there's still a good possibility that Dan Moore is the starter week 1, week 2, week 3, maybe even week 4. But that's based on sacrificial lamb purposes and not wanting to force your rookie out there. So it's just a matter of time before Broderick Jones becomes the starter, because Dan Moore isn't it. He's a great backup. He will be a fantastic backup who can play left tackle and right tackle, but Broderick Jones is clearly going to be the guy at some point in year 1, because this is just looking terrible for Moore in camp versus actual competition. Let me know what y'all think, though, about Dan Moore, and when will Broderick Jones start in the season. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, though. That is it from me on this one. Peace.